Show our labor rights. Come true, family. Late show tonight again. Third term loading labor rights. Let's talk. Hit the like button as you come in. Let me know who's there right now. All right, I see the like. Let's go. Let's go, fam. Let's talk. Here we go. Let me know who's there right now. Let me know who's there, fam. Let's talk. All right, let me wait for some other folks to come in. And we said third term, my Lord family. Listen, at election time, you know, so we have to talk of the things them. You understand me? I say, hey, Joy, big up yourself. Blessings, family. Mirella, big up yourself. Everybody, come in. You can hold a little reasoning, man. Lorna, how you doing? Good evening, family. Let me know who's there right now, family, so I can greet you. Third term loading. Yes, man. Denise, how you doing? Come in, family. Let me know who's there. Lloyd, big up yourself. Third term loading. Joy, Malcolm in the building. Let me know who's there. Annette Carr, big up yourself, same way. We're going to talk, family. Up, 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 up. Late show on the steady show tonight. Edgar, big up yourself. Truth or truth, big up yourself. Rose Henry in the building. Bless up, family. Thank you. Let's go. Third term loading. Greetings, greetings, steady family. Greetings and welcome back to the steady show. Show our labor rights. Remember, as usual, go ahead and hit the like button. You can do so by double tapping on your phone screen. When you do so, it will register as a like. It will tell the algorithm that you like the video, and as a result, the algorithm will push the video out to more individuals. So here's what we're going to do tonight. This evening was when I got the opportunity to listen to this caller. I believe his name is Troy. I want to say big up Troy, big up yourself right now. Everybody say big up Troy right now. Big up Troy. Put it in the chat if you heard him. This man, he sells. He's an entrepreneur. But I guess he doesn't have a big business, so he just told Cliff Hughes that he hustles. But this individual stunned Cliff Hughes, shocked Cliff Hughes with his level of reasoning. Now we, common sense Jamaicans, know that some of the smartest people in Jamaica are the regular Jamaicans, your higglers. Sometimes nobody can do mathematics like the higgler them in the market. You understand me? Your taxi men, your regular people. You understand me? Somebody say him bad. Somebody say big up Troy. Rose Henry, big up Troy. Denise Morris say him bad. Lorna Brumfield say him bad. And I big him up enough. Somebody say big up Troy. I was so impressed. If we're not big up Troy right now, because guess what? Troy might get this message, right? So Troy call him date and scramble. We have to talk about it. I love that Troy. And he gave good reasoning. It was not empty reasoning either. You understand me? Somebody said big up Troy, man with knowledge and understanding. Annette Carr said that, big up Troy. Who else gonna big up Troy before we move on? If you're part of the steady family, you heard the reasoning, big up Troy. If you never heard, you understand me? You can wait to hear and then you big him up after. Lorna saying big up Troy. Andrea Shaw saying big up Troy. And I noticed, you know, even when Cliff Hughes was talking, as a matter of fact, I'm not going to even say something. Somebody say, all right, so let me Let me remove this person right now because this is not the kind of stuff we do over here on the Steady Show. You understand me? So let's take care of this right away. Let's take care of this right away. Oh man, looks like we're all right. Here's one. Let's keep moving. You understand me? Somebody said that made me my data and scramble. You understand me? People talking about it. So big up Troy, the man. Somebody said big up Steady. Thank you so much, K. Clark. So big up to everybody. All right. So it's a late show, and if you watch my shows, you know how I roll already. I really base my shows on if I think the message is important. A lot of times, as I said before, we're not so much of a breaking news channel. We bring you information that we believe is critical. So after we listen to Troy, yeah, some other people bigging up Troy, and big up to them people the same way. You understand me? Jaffney, big up to the man. Up, 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 up. Bless up, family. Truth at truth. A people think that Troy, then a people like Troy. Okay, I'm not getting the patter right there. Morris, big up himself. You understand me? Big up to everybody, man. Big up Troy. So Troy just got a whole heap of big ups. I like that because I believe that we should give people them due, you know. I always tell people, you know, I said long before I went to college, right? I know my talent and my skills, so I chose the industries that it would really bring me to that place. And I can tell you, by the time I decided to go to college, I was like, and I did very well. You understand me? Top student and everything, business, HR, right? But by the time I did that, I was like, no, I have learned more in the business world than in college, but it was good because people, and we'll talk about it. But for now, let's listen to Troy. Eh? After we listen to Troy, we also have another Jamaican who shared a lot of lessons and common sense through voice notes. So I'm not going to preach tonight. Before I play Troy, two things. If you look in the post tab on my page, you will see I penned a long letter this evening about why we should choose JLP. I went through the history of Jamaica. We looked at FINSAC. We look at Mark Golden. If you don't have a script as to why you shouldn't vote for Mark Golden, you can do that. So go ahead in the post tab. You can look at that, right? So with that, by the way, I dropped the FINSAC video today again. So if you haven't seen the FINSAC video, make sure you watch the FINSAC video. Greetings, Donna. You understand me? All right, so somebody, don't worry yourself, man. All right, I'm not going to pay attention to any distractions. We have business to do. While we play Troy, I will deal with that. Let's go to Troy right now. Troy and Cliff Hughes. Big up to everybody that is here.
Mr. Hughes, what that would do is demonstrate if they were serious about inclusivity. What they're doing now, Mr. Hughes, is pandering to votes. And because they want curry favor, unintended, because they want curry favor with certain specific groupings in the society.
I'm going to ask for a favor, right? For those who are listening now, and for those who listened earlier on, and there was something about what Troy said, and you liked it, I want you to type it. You don't type it in a complicated language. It can be a one-liner or anything. Hey, Jasmine, how you doing? You understand me? Somebody say, all right. So, Jasmine, so Joyce saying I did it for you. I'm not sure what that is, right? You understand what I said to you? Somebody said just came back from a meeting. Big up, Donna. If there's something that you liked about what Troy said, while you listen, you can type it in the chat and I can come back and I will read some of those. But for now, we're going to listen to what Troy has to say, all right? Let's do that, family. Come on, no freezing. No freezing, man.
Because there are certain seats where the Maroons might be critical, you know, Mr. Hughes, in determining the outcome of an election.
You know, so I can't argue with you. You make a damn good point.
Mr. Hughes, make a move from that, lift up fast.
Hold on there, man. Hold on there. We're up on the break. And try your name?
Yes, I.
1 second.
Where you come from?
Mr. Hughes, you know, say, I come from the Westmoreland still. But me there in the town, yeah, you know. In a town, me there right now, still in a Kingston, you see.
Where you vote there?
So I use my vote there, Westmoreland, man.
So you go back to Westmoreland and go vote?
Then me no must go cast my ballot, man, because I have a gentleman who leave Northwest State and where he grew up, born and grew and was a representative, lose the seat, and instead of staying with the people and when he grew with and representing the people, the man leave and forward on a Westmoreland. When we have a youth on a Westmoreland in Mr. Lawrence, who born and grew in the States, and PNP been in power down there for over 30 odd years. We've been voting for PNP and we're not seeing a development. So why should we reject Lawrence and bring in a man who run left in place? Better them calling date and scramble.
No! You're not ordinary here, brethren. What you say? Date and scramble?
Date and scramble. Born and grow in a place, Mr. Hughes. The greatest thing you can do is represent a place there as a parliamentarian. So how is it that you lose the seat and then leave and go a different parish altogether? No more scramble and scramble.
Go to the break. Hold on, sir. We have to take the break. And I must tell you, he has me not only in stitches, but also in awe, because he's making some very, very sound arguments that, you know, one has to pay attention to. No, Troy.
Yes, Mr. Hughes.
So you're from Westmoreland.
Eastern.
Eastern Westmoreland. That is a seat where the incumbent is Danny Lawrence.
Lawrence, man. Yeah, man, a quiet youth, you know, them youth, they're not trouble people, them youth, they're running bus thing, and a whole heap of bus and taxi thing, them youth, they usually involved in a beat. Them man, they are too flamboyant and make nice, make people kind of underestimate him, you know, but he's a quiet star, you know, Mr. Youth.
He is not a youth, though.
But you don't know what we're talking at the street. Then Marky Golding now call himself a humble youth, and him a 50-year-old, Mr. Youth.
Oh, please.
Everybody I try to identify with the youth, you know, Mr. Youth.
That's natural, by the way.
You indicate that the PNP
Cliff Hughes
has
shot.
a significant majority, in East Westmoreland. It's the old seat of former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson, yes? And in fact, Patterson lost it only once, in 1980, against the principal school teacher, Euphemia Williams. And the PNP has not lost it since, except for when Danny Lawrence beat Luther Buchanan. Is it Luther Buchanan down there?
Yeah, but watch I know, Mr. Hughes. Luther Buchanan lose by less than about
11 votes. 11 votes, I think.
11 votes. If a man lose by 11 votes, Mr. Hughes, in a state where you consider a PNP bastion, how is it logical that you can remove that man from the seat and bring a man who lose by 2,000 votes from his own community, Mr. Hughes? If the people in your community where you born and grow with reject you because they think you're not doing the work, and 2,000 plus people vote in excess of a vote for you, how you will replace a man who lose by 11 votes in a PNP stronghold? It is seen like the PNP thing that because Mr. Scramble is the general secretary, that they should find for him a quote-unquote safe seat, but the seat can't safe if the PNP lose them space, because Danny Lawrence are on the race. You understand?
Wow.
Logics.
Me can't argue with you, you know. You come out for me this morning.
Mr. Hughes, we are pre the thing in the street, you know. I 18 straight here. The government can't bring the real change in the country with one term. And the reality that. So, we see 18 straight year, a PNP unbroken governance, Mr. Hughes. In the 18-year of unbroken governance, my general, here we go on. The greatest financial meltdown in the country's history, while the Caribbean and the rest of Latin America were experiencing financial boom. Jamaica was dealing with FINSAC. Jamaica became the murder capital of the world during the 1990s. That was the period of PNP dominance, Mr. Hughes. Infrastructurally, Jamaica never advanced during the 90s. Project Jamaica is not a PNP thing or a GLP thing, it's our thing. Our face reality. Them people are there for 9 years and them deal with the 100-year pandemic, father. 100-year pandemic. COVID-19 shut down the economy and the country for about 2.5 years. No public sector worker not get laid off, them not get no pay cut during COVID. The government reduced the debt to GDP from 120% to 60%. Crime rate is now 42%, 25-year low.
True, Rose.
Then why should Jamaica turn them back on a government who in 2 terms have been faced a 100-year pandemic when no other government never have to deal with? Why should we, logically now, turn our back on that government? When them start fooling themselves, they will never vote them out. But right now, they must do the work.
The Labour Party needs to be in touch with you.
Mr. Hughes,
You just gave them.
LP, you know. Mr. Hughes, we deal with logic. Mr. Hughes, we now got campaign for no single political party. We are dealing with a logic in the street. And when we see foolishness, we have to call it out. I hear Damian Crawford, who is supposed to be a mathematical genius, saying that the PNP plan for school bus or for transport youth cost 1.4 billion. When I do the maths,
True,
20,000 youth at $500 a day at 190 days in the school year, because that's what the law prescribes, is $1.9 billion. So the maths genius I tell us that 1.4. I hear Damian Crawford that tell me say when he take the 11.4 billion and give back to NHT, the PNP will make up for it in taxes.
That's what he said.
I ain't hear him on George, you on CVM. George agrees with it. I ain't hear him with Chevron and George ask him, what am I going to do for fill the gap? And he say, yeah, we can deal it. We'll get it from taxes and other places.
Oh.
Mr. Hughes, we have to use the brain. Jamaica right now is far better than it was 10 years ago. It's not perfect. Most things need to fix. But I can't support putting in some people who are dealing with pandering for political expedience. KD Knight say when Mark Golding a run, the man said Mark Golding bringing alien principles to the PNP. Principles of trying to garner support by playing on the needs of the delegates and question the man integrity. Now, if that is localizing at the PNP, why should we nationalize it in Jamaica? We're not dependent thing there. Mr. Hughes, me now hold up your line still, because I also me house in the street, but we link, man.
Hold on, where you hustle? What kind of hustle you do?
Buy and sell some things, but you don't know where I get to youth, you know.
Where you goods where you buy and sell? What kind of
T-shirt, underpants,
T-shirt.
socks and them things. We're there in the street, Mr. Hughes. We link, man. I call George them too, man. So you hear me, man.
Okay. All right, sir. Troy. Where? Troy? Hello? In God? Oh. No. I can't recall.
All right, so I'm not going to necessarily play Cliff Hughes' comment about Troy. You understand me? Not that I believe that it was bad, but as I said before, I'm used to common sense Jamaicans making the most sense. That's how I grew up. You understand me? So I want to say big up Troy again. Big up Cheryl. Cheryl said we need to find Troy's business and support him. I agree. I agree. I agree. You understand me? That man needs to be supported. But family, the man was on point, and we can see it in the chat. Let me see if anybody typed anything. So I use the Dayton Scramble as the title because I know it was funny and everything. You understand what I said to you? But it's true. You hear that example that he made out of Luther Buchanan? Lost by 11 votes or so, but they still remove Luther and they put in Dayton. And talk about the general secretary who can't find a seat. You see, this is the stuff that we talk about all the time. That Mark Gold and them just a look for them insiders. And I said this long time ago. I said they put people like Dayton Campbell in a seat where they think because Donald Lawrence had a marginal win and he's a quiet man and Dayton is a loudmouth man, so then decided to put Dayton in a Westmoreland. But we've been seeing the videos. A lot of people don't want Dayton Campbell in Westmoreland, in Eastern Westmoreland. And the man used the example, him say, if them chase him away from Fame on a yard, right, by over 2,000 votes, him a Dayton scramble because him a scramble for seats. How is it that him find him way all the way in a Westmoreland looking for a seat? But you have to understand what we're trying to, when we describe Mark Gold in them and how they are and how they do things, you have to understand that it's all manipulation. It's all an inside game. And what we use the opportunity to do is to point out to people. Now, that man said a lot of things, and I don't have to necessarily go and comment, because one of the things we love about Troy is that he spoke clear as day. I even love that part when him say, Mr. You, we have to go out, we have to hustle. He's a salesman, so I recognize that. Very, very powerful. He knew that he made that speech, and he knew that Cliff Hughes, you understand me, was receptive to what he had to say. So that is a point at which you close. Real salesman. And you understand me? I tell you, as a man who's done sales on the professional side, I tell you, enough Jamaicans could make a lot of money if they use their natural abilities to talk and to sell. But we're not going to go into too much of that. I'm seeing 387 individuals are people in the chat right now. I'm only seeing 50 likes. So I'm going to ask you, even if you try, please hit the like button. If you're a Labourite, you're a well-thinking Jamaican, if you loved what Troy had to say, please go ahead. All you have to do is double tap on your phone screen. Just use your voting finger, tap your screen twice. I know you were listening to Troy a while ago, so you probably got caught up into that message like Cliff Hughes, who was just shocked. But just double tap, double tap, double tap. I understand that if you're a PNP and you're watching, because one of the things I'm learning, is that some of my biggest fans or biggest viewers are PNP. They don't hit the like button. Some of them, they will try to comment and challenge me. But even if they don't like or comment, they watch the show. And I will invite the PNP to go into the post tab to see what I wrote. Just showing you the history. Because if you don't know your history, you're bound to repeat it. But Troy said a lot of things that is worthy of note. Let me see if anybody did put anything that they liked about what he said. Somebody said Cliff Hughes cracking up. Of course he was cracking up. You understand me? Somebody said every Jamaican should thank Troy. I do believe that too. Right? Family, this election, just like something I wrote today, is really about the ordinary Jamaicans and the rich Jamaicans. PNP say they are for the poor, but history shows that they are for the rich. The man talk about the FINSAC thing. The man talk about the crime rates that Jamaica became the dirty capital under PNP mismanagement, right? I'm seeing 331. I'm seeing only 71 likes. Continue to hit the like button. I'm going to go to another reasoning because I know some of you heard Troy already, and there are other things, you understand me, that we want to talk about. But I want to play, you understand, because some people are sending me some messages, you know. People are very passionate. Because you see, we're dealing with a lot of people who've lived through PNP government, and they are telling you, somebody said, my bite of the day, data and scramble. It was mad, it was mad on it. You understand me? So let's just hear some more messages, right? This is from another person who's passionate about what's going on in Jamaica right now. Let's hear. Okay, let me turn this thing up.
When I listen to Andrew Holness coming on the rally, and when I listen to how he speak, you could see that he has a passion for his country. He could have left and gone to any other country of his choice, but he stayed in Jamaica. You can see that he have a passion for a change in Jamaica.
Greetings,
if you
MDL.
notice back in other times when young people join the political parties, shortly after they join, they are out because those first-time traditional ones, they stifle them and they can't. A lot of them come into politics to make a change, to make Jamaica better. But because the older head, they stifle them and they can't get their thing across that they would want to see done. But you can see that Andrew walked to school, he take the taxi to school, he take the bus to school, he walked from Spanish Town to Ensom City, he experienced what it is to hear gunshots while walking home. And so you can see that he pledged to put an end to crime. He pledged to put an end to this type of politics, this type of garrison thing that is going on in Jamaica. And so he tried, when I used to go to work in the mornings and in the evenings, sometimes all the buses, when you go in there, they are filled, all the seats are filled with school children. And I know a lot of you can identify with what I'm saying. And sometimes the old people, they stand up in the bus, their feet hurting, their hands hurting, and they can't talk to these young people because some of them will say anything, they don't have any manners. And I always said in myself, why can't there be a school bus system? I always say, I wish they did have buses that take the children so the adults can drive comfortable. In the mornings, the bus pack with people going to work. In the evenings, the bus pack and nothing to carry the children. So I was happy when I hear that we are gonna get school buses. If it is even old bus, I am happy for the bus system to carry the children. So all the intelligent people them, whosoever see the change in our country and is eligible to vote, please go out and vote. And when you go out to vote, it's not about JLP or PMP. Vote for better. Vote for the upgrading of the country. We see that Andrew is upgrading the country. Others say they're going to see to it that each first child in the home get a university education. Andrew said no guarantor for student loan. What a happy thing. You know how many people would want to go to university, but because they can't get a guarantor, because people are not guarantoring for people, they say they're not putting themselves in any problem. So now every child can go to university and they can get the student loan without a guarantor, all on their own Isn't that upgrading the country? Can anybody look and see how the country is being upgraded? And remember, 1 term, 2 term, even 3 term cannot do everything.
All right, that might be, but that's a great message. Great message right there. You understand me? So, you know, ordinary Jamaicans are very, very passionate about this third term thing. And third term is not about green or orange, like the man say earlier and this lady's saying. You know, it's about protecting Jamaica from these people who them really just forward because for them it's about winning, and the level of government corruption that, you know, Bunting and Golden, they've been through, and yet they have the audacity to be accusing Andrew Holness of illicit enrichment. It's really just insulting the intelligence of the people, you know. And unfortunately, a lot of Jamaicans, we don't read and we don't vote based on information. We vote based off party preference. We vote based on feelings. We just want a party to win. Right? So we're saying going into this election, we have to change. I have a message that I want to send out. And you understand me? I put this one in my community tab. It's a bit long. I don't know if I can read this much, but I say, fellow Jamaicans, you understand me? As we head to the polls September 3rd to choose who is better to manage our tax-paying dollars, remember that the caring and hard-working Dr. Andrew Holness and the JLP are the clear choice. Many of us have endured the partisan narratives and the bias reporting by the gleaner and most traditional media in favor of the PNP, and we deserve better. This upsets many of us to near madness on a daily basis, and our day I don't even know what I wrote right there, so you understand me? On a daily basis. And or a day to shame them like dog is near. That's what I wrote. I made a mistake. I'll correct it. Or a day to shame them like dog is near. We will vote out PNP and send them back into the political wilderness to eat orange and chicken back. Yeah? We have to do it. The time to let our voices be heard is on election day by voting resoundingly for the JLP to get the third term. Remember, we are the government on election day because we choose the leaders, right? Choose your leaders wisely, or choose FINSAC 2.0. Let me explain FINSAC 2.0. FINSAC 2.0 means you will lose your homes, cars, businesses, and their collateral when PNP high interest rates increase, your loan payments overnight, and move up to far up beyond your control without proper redress. Example, Mr. Godfrey Dyer borrowed $15 million to renovate his hotel in Montego Bay, the Wexford Hotel, in 1992. He had to pay more than $150 million to get back his hotel due to government high interest rates and FINSAC. Mark Golden was advisor to Dr. Omar Davies, in his own words, the Minister of Finance at the time. Why would you vote for Mark Golden? So not only was he advisor, but he was a direct beneficiary doing business on behalf of FINSAC and getting sweetheart deals. Next, we know that civil society has been doing immeasurable damages to the trust of the Jamaican people with their partisan biases. Learn about the Pickersgill Committee to understand more about PNP corruption as advised by Dr. Andrew Holness. Many Jamaicans are still not aware of the significant events that took place under the PNP government in the 70s, the 90s, and early 2000s. These events should have a bearing on the voting decisions of ordinary Jamaicans. Today, since it is the JLP that fixes Jamaica when PNP breaks it down every single time. Unfortunately, the PNP media diehards, corruption beneficiaries and enablers, so-called analysts, commentators, journalists, and committees have kept us distracted with the suppression of truth and the dishonest political narratives for so long that PNP is still being represented as a viable option for Jamaica, which is simply not true. So when you hear Deon Jackson Miller, them you see the Gleaner and people like Oral Tracy and the whole of them come out and them talk, is because they benefit through PNP corruption. So what we're saying is ordinary people who we're going to lose. You understand what I said to you? So, hear me, man. Due to the dishonest and manipulative narratives peddled daily in the traditional and social media, many will make a bad voting decisions on election day. But the good news is the JLP will win. Shower labor rights. And that we are talking about. The JLP will win. You understand me? Intelligent Jamaicans have seen the light and will choose Jamaica. We are here to notify the Gleaner and traditional media that we have had enough and that your efforts have failed. Just look at the comments in your biased articles in reference to Mark Golding, and catch this part, and his failures to win Jamaicans with lies, gimmicks, and attacks on the Prime Minister. Be reminded that his leadership is marred with controversies. His hands are dirty and his heart is far from clean. Just take a look at his rundown constituency. Mark Golding will never become Prime Minister of Jamaica. Here are some key reasons why Jamaica will not vote for Mark Golding. Number one, he benefited from PNP government corruption in the OCG case, including Audley Shaw versus DB&G on public records, 110 pages. I've seen it myself. Careless public political rhetoric and a lack of leadership presence, not disclosing his dual citizenship until he was forced to do so, not officially or properly confirming renunciation of his UK citizenship up to less than 3 weeks before the general election, falsely accused the Prime Minister of illicit enrichment and having 28 bank accounts as a campaign strategy. He must not win an election based on deceiving the electorate, weaponizing the Integrity Commission against the Prime Minister through false claims of illicit enrichment, presents himself as a man of integrity when nothing could be further from the truth. Watch on YouTube the Steady Show, Jamaica Politics Uncovered 2.0, Karen Cross, Jamaica 411, Dujan's World, Jamaica 87, Protecting JA, Munchie B Talks Politics, Infomedia, etc. for more details. And big up to the warriors them right now same way. Number 8, reason we not vote for him, lack of transparency about his background as a lawyer, businessman, and as leader of the opposition. Number 9, fail to unite the PNP since the message leaks allegedly about sabotaging Dr. Peter Phillips's efforts to properly contest the 2020 election in order to advance his own political agenda. And he said the Risers faction will pay a price. And based on text messages allegedly from him, because you know they love court, like KD Knight, Jamaica must let Mark Golding pay that bill or pay that price on election day. Choose Jamaica. Number 10, he failed to address allegations and message leaks that suggest corruption in the KSAMC and other PNP-led municipalities. And make we showing what that he never came out and corrected what really happened with Melissa Silveira either. You understand me? That was not in there. Number 11, failed to do a proper budget presentation, causing himself and the PNP national embarrassment, causing Jamaica national embarrassment, because we don't want such a wishy-washy leader or opposition leader. You understand me? The next one, 12, presented a last-minute manifesto apparently that is full of spelling errors, and ideas that are rooted in ideas and work already being done or in progress and is on the way to be by being implemented by the JLP. You understand me? So we're saying that with the, and there are many more, we couldn't finish if we should start, right? So with these and many other issues in mind, Jamaica must reject Mark Golding on election day. Mark Golding is the first opposition leader that has caused JLP and PNP to join together to save Jamaica from extreme PNP-ism, otherwise known as FINSAC 2.0. We choose Dr. Andrew Holness and the JLP. We choose Jamaica. Everybody green up the chat and put choose Jamaica right now. And that's what I talk about. So hopefully I can go ahead and, maybe clip that part of the thing so people can understand. When you green up the chat and hit the like button, because you don't know where I talk truth out here. You understand me? Talk to me. Green up the chat. Hit the like button right now, family. Big up Marie. Big up everybody. Everyone, big up same way. Choose Jamaica. Put the Jamaican flag them in there and hit the like button. Double tap your screen. Hit the like button, family. Third term, what's that, man? Third term. All right, thank you. So, thank you for those who are saying choose Jamaica, greening up the chat, participating. Welcome to the show, Country Life. Thank you for subscribing. If you have not subscribed to the show as yet, please go ahead and subscribe to the show. Family, remember, if you have not picked up your voter IDs as yet, and this is for the registered voters, go ahead and do so. The offices are open even on Saturdays, I believe from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I put it in my post tab as well, so you can go into the community tab and you can see that. Yeah, I think I have another message that I want to play. You see, we are giving you information after information, So we have to do right and choose Jamaica, because if we don't, you understand, we're going to pay. You see, the man made a point earlier on, is that don't care fix in a one term. The lady even said don't care fix in a 1, 2, or 3 terms, right? I even saw somebody forward in the comment section today talk about Michael Manley built Cornwall Regional Hospital. When Cornwall Regional Hospital, I believe in a 72, I think it was launched, or about 72 to 74, that it was opened, right? That was built under Hugh Shearer. But this is how they go about and they spread false narratives. A lot of projects that start under one government, if finished, we have to get from this point where we get up every day and we are talking about what PNP built and what JLP built. Right? We have to look at the bigger picture. It's about us. It's about our country. It's about pushing Jamaica forward. So this whole thing that Dr. Andrew Holness is pushing right now, where he said choose Jamaica, it is a bigger vision than just who is the better leader, who was the better speaker, who dressed better. You understand me? Such as what was happening with Portia and Manley. We have to move away from that. And, that's why we have to try our best to win the young people, because the truth of the matter is, a lot of the young people them right now, they're more conscious than a lot of the older people. A lot of the older people, they're diehards. So I want to say big up to all the JLP. I want to say big up to all the people who used to vote PNP, but they made the switch. Some of them made the switch from earlier on. Some of them made the switch around 2016 and 2020. And some of them, they've decided that they will be voting and they will choose in Jamaica for the first time. If you are a JLP and you will be choosing Jamaica for the first time, please go ahead and, you understand me, put something in the chat, man, make we know, man. You understand me? Just put the flag in there if you are there. Let us know if you fall into that category. It's very, very important. You understand me? We just saw Andrew down where Central St. Mary yesterday. Morris guy down there for the longest while. And them I try with Mirage right now. So we have to St. Mary. You understand me? Continue to give the energy. You understand me? Choose Jamaica. You understand me? We see Amos trying to fight for, where is this? Is this Northwest Clarendon or something like Northwest St. Catherine? Is that where Amos is? You can correct me, right? I'm just speaking off the top of my head. You understand me? I would know the guy that was there before, how much hundreds of days he's not even in Parliament. You understand me? So it is the time to choose Jamaica based on development. The man referred a while ago to the fact that PNP had Jamaica for 18 years. And in 18 years, you understand me, PNP never accomplished that much. We had a pandemic on us, right? 2 years Jamaica locked down for. And yet, look at how much Andrew Holness has done to cut down the debt. You understand me? I believe when Portia them left office, I believe the debt to GDP was 120. It's now somewhere in the region about 68 or whatever. And you understand me? It goes to show Mark Golden come back and talk about we are paid down the debt too quick. No, that doesn't make no sense. So one of the things that Jamaicans need to understand, and I know that I want people to hit the like button, right? But when I don't see the people hitting the like button, I assume that 1, you don't know how to do so. 2, you don't like me. 3, it could be for any other reason. But I want to assume that it's because you're PNP. And if you're PNP, you need to hear. No, I know some I want to now go change. But what we're saying is that when you see the fact that Andrew Holness, you know, them expose everything they could expose, playing dirty politics. When you look at the fact that Mark Golden was there and they benefited from corruption, yet when the OCG found Mark Golden guilty, you know, and yet through PNP corruption, Mark Golden was the one who came and wrote a law that included the OCG, which is the same body that said that they were found, or DBNG. You understand me? They did things that were highly improper and irregular. Highly, you know, highly improper and irregular. Same as corruption. So this is Mark Golden walking around with a hat on his head talking about integrity boss. The information I'm giving you right now is on the government website, you know. The government website. Andrew played in a parliament. So Mark Golden being corrupt, accused Andrew of being corrupt. But let me tell you, some people who saw my FINSAC video today, it was a video from a year ago, and it opened a lot of eyes. If you haven't seen it, go ahead. Somebody requested, I don't remember the person. If the person who is here that requested that I re-uploaded the FINSAC video, just let me know if you're here so we can big you up same way. But I put it there, 30 minutes video. Please, if you cannot do it today or tomorrow, do it Sunday. But while you sit down, me simplify it, me break it down, me research the information. Everybody talk about it. May I go beg on to please, and may I beg on to please do it. Because one of the things that I'm trying to teach, exactly Rose Henry, it's called projection, what Mark Golden. It's something in psychology. It's a real thing. Projection means to say, when they're guilty, them accuse you first of being guilty. Just like when some people are cheat on you in a relationship, the first thing them do, them say you are cheat on them. Right? Everything in the reason PNP fight during election time more than anybody else is that PNP know that when PNP win, a share of money them are going to deal with. You see it happen down a sway with them, and they don't care. You see it happen in all the PNP-led municipalities, they don't care, right? So this manifesto thing here, which we not really even look upon. So aside from the grammatical errors, you see again, Jamaica was spelled wrong, them ball it out on one platform. I'm going to tell you what I believe about this manifesto. As a matter of fact, I never even got, I wonder if there's any audio Was it Nationwide or the Gleaner that brought that press conference today? Because I was doing other things today, so I saw it late. What news, which of them brought that news about the JLP press conference? I believe the JLP said that it's like they use AI to generate the thing, to generate what they put out there as, you know, the manifesto and some other stuff, right? So if you know, then you can let me know so I can research it real quick. So somebody just mentioned that a while ago, right? But if we can't, we'll look at it some other time, because know that we are in this space. And I know it's getting late right now, so I'll be ending shortly, right? Somebody says it's on TikTok. I will not be able to pull up TikTok right now, right? But now that we're in this space, what we're really saying is that when you look at it, you can see that it's a hurry come up work. Somebody sent me it's Nationwide. Thank you very much. So maybe I can go to Nationwide and look for that news. So who gave me that information? It was Slicer. Thank you very much, Slicer. So let me see if I can find that right now. But in the meantime, all it looked like they didn't know was them just send to everybody and ask them to write. Somebody sent me today something that Isaac Buchanan prepared. And I can tell you this. I had to laugh when I look at it. Basic things. Yet I believe he was saying that, you know, people will understand and this. I don't know the statement go. So, you know them a liar and they love Sue already. So I'm just saying that people sent it. But when I saw it, I was like, this is very basic things. You're looking at the manifesto. Them a come with needs and them a shoot down needs under JLP, but them a come with needs under our next name under PNP. As a matter of fact, somebody sent me a message today on the phone that I'm using right now, and somebody disclosed some information and say, hey, they were there at some hotel when they were looking at the manifesto. You understand me? They were looking at JLP and PNP manifesto, and the things that they did better, the things that they do well, them keep over here. So the things that JLP does better, them go and them rework it. And you can see it. We saw that happening since they kept the conference. And I did predict this long time. I say, what is going to happen? This is long before they started doing it, right? So just like how I upload FINSAC video today, and yet that video was a year ago, yet it seems very fresh and very relevant. Mark you, that was a year ago when I just researched FINSAC. So just imagine how much more I would have known, right? From last year. So that video was last year. So just imagine how much more we know now. That's the reason why I don't run with breaking news items, because a part of the problem is that the lack of political education in Jamaica. And I am not just blaming Jamaicans. I really blame the media. I'm talking about almost every single media house, right? All they do is put out a bag of exciting news. Just like how you hear me write about a while ago. Put out exciting news. Excitement. Unfortunately, even to grow your channel on YouTube, sometimes they want you to get into controversy and so on. You understand me? And that explains why, even though we were talking about more substantial things, we still have to put Dayton Campbell and the controversial title there, because PNP going to come over here and then going to come watch. Fish here and see what I say about Dayton. Because none of them will you see them on the channel right now and they not hit the like button, but them sit down in there, you know. All them I do are wait for me if they say something where they can forward in their group them, and they forward to this and one and that the one day, and them say, yeah man, we could see if we can put one legal case for them. But just see chat drop a while ago when we talk about that. You understand me? And that's fine. They're over here and they are watching. Somebody said people getting smarter. Yes, Jamaicans are getting smarter, right? So we just want to talk to the people, you know, the unsuspecting ones, the uncommitted ones, the ones who think that when the older people talk to them, a foolishness them attack. It's not foolishness. The history is there to prove, right? So I want to say, man, big up to Troy for that profound message with Cliff Hughes. I do believe I have another message that I want to play. You understand me? So stay tuned, family. You understand me? I'm going to go to this one.
Again, for those young people
1 second.
who didn't know, there was a radio program called Public High with Mr. Tweets, and you had Mr. Perkins, another call-in show, and these people, I remember every day the topic was FINSAC. Even had a Mr. FINSAC, help, Mr. FINSAC. I don't know which one of you remember that commercial. Dominating the call show was just FINSAC. What Homer Davis did, he was the Minister of Finance. So because of the economic, the interest rate went up so high that the people who borrowed the money could not afford it anymore. So all these people who had their business place and all of that, their business place collapsed. A lot of people, I remember this man who, he was a contractor. So when people gave him money to build houses or build anything, he would invest it into all these things, borrow money and trade. A lot of these contractors, they trade on people's money. So because the interest rate went up so high and the people couldn't pay it, so then they had a database that they call bad debtors. So even when people were not bad debtors, they put them on that database. And I remember people call crying, Mr. Tweets, Mr. Perkins, I borrow $3 million, I pay 15 million. Now they say I owe 20 million. One lady calling, and even the dear pastor show at night, people used to call in and talk about the FINSAC. And I remember one lady, she said she paid off for her loan. And when she went to the bank to get her title, they tell her no, her name gone to FINSAC. And she said she lost everything. She did not get back her title. Some of the people said they asked if they could sell them back their property because it wasn't, because the amount of money that was owed was far less than what far less than what they
Borrowed.
what they owe was far less. So they said, just sell me back my property. And they said no. And they sell it to their friends. This is what they call the sweetheart deal. And I remember this member of parliament, he was Dr. Blythe. He called every single day and he would talk about what FINSAC does to him and how he asked them to sell him back his property and they didn't sell him back. It was like a mourning. It was like a mourning in Jamaica. Everybody was so emotional. So many people telling their stories. So many people lost their mind. So many people lost their house, lost their property, lost their business, and all these things. And all because of this man who was the person who benefit from this FINSAC. And now, did that look like that man had any heart for Jamaican people? No, he don't have any heart for Jamaican people. So making him a prime minister of this country, do you think he's gonna have any heart for the Jamaican people? Don't you think all he coming in for is to see what he can gain to enrich himself again? And this such man, he is one of the most richest person in Jamaica. And they're talking about they love the poor and they're going to help the poor when they go in and they're going to do this and they're going to do that and they're going to do that. Why not doing something now? This man is so rich have so many money, why doesn't he try to even donate a toilet to his constituency? Why don't you hear him donate anything? Did you anybody hear him saying, I give so many school children some money so that they can go back to school out of his own pay, out of his own money? Don't you think if this man loved Jamaica so much, don't you think he should try to donate something publicly so that somebody see what he does with his money? He say don't want any money. He has his money and everything. He just want to see the country. So why not publicly give something to poor people if you love poor people so much? And promise is a comfort to a fool. They're promising this, promising that, promising that, promising that. But you see what Hanjo and the Jamaica Labour Party is trying to do. So be wise. Put your X beside the bell. Thank you.
Beautiful. Again, I don't need to double quote that. So, you know, there's this lady the other night. She made an impassioned plea on the show the other evening. And she sent me some message. But apparently, she was sending me the message while I was doing the live the other night. Because remember what we spoke about the other night, you know, is that, you know, it was Dr. Sophia Longmore that came up with the whole idea. She did a speech about on December 1st, 2023, and it was titled Legislative for Love, right? And everybody saw the videos that I've done with Dr. Sophia Longmore, where she was just explaining that the things that the JLP does for Jamaica, you understand me, those things are about love. That is what love really is, right? So PNP talk about love, but JLP demonstrate love. And as we all know, love is an action word. You understand me? Love is an action word. Love is not something you say. So PNP, a lot of people who don't know, and this is why I made a decision from last year, and I said, listen, even though people like the different topics, I said, I am going to take up the thing where I'm going to talk about FINSAC. I was the first one who break the news. And I was the first one who really officially called out the Integrity Commission and what they were doing as well. 6 months later or so, I hear people talking. You remember when Rattigan did their foreign, I talked about a whole heap of protest them and all of that. Remember I said they do all of that in the name of PNP, you know. I was the one who ran out and did a research video on Rattigan, and it went super viral. So Rattigan sit down over there now, quiet. Nobody remember Rattigan. And I remember when Vegas them got foreign and mashed down Rattigan them and put them in them corner. They've been doing a lot. So I'm saying, we put time and energy into, you understand me, talking about the key things. And I keep saying this, and I'm not trying to knock anybody's talking points. But I say, as laborers, you need to understand that your political narrative is not about how Dayton, Bunting, and Golden, they mash up PNP. No, it is not. You understand me? There is nothing, the PNP do all heap of things, but there is not more important than FINSAC. So I am so happy that I did this last year, bring it back today, and I'm so happy to see that the Jamaica Labour Party and Andrew Holness, they took a while before they started speaking about FINSAC, right? Because as somebody who in a management or who understands strategy all my life, I understood that timing is very important for certain things to be said. So there are a lot of things that I do that I will say it. I am ahead of the news because the news is just another business. TVJ is just another business. So I want to say to people, back in the day when you see who the whole heap of analysts them, the committees, all the people them that come up. Remember when Diane Jackson Miller was a respected journalist? Everybody remember that Diane Jackson Miller in her old day. We used to listen to what she had to say. But look at what Diane Jackson Miller use her time and energy to do right now. People like Oral Tracy. So what we never really understood, and this is how they've managed to mess us up in that. This is why I'm so angry I wrote the long letter I did, right? the media sometimes, it's not so much. The media highlight and they put out all kind of negative narratives, especially the Gleaner. Negative narratives, negative stories, negative editorials against the PNP, against the JLP, and in favor of the PNP. Because they know a lot of people watch them and they listen to them. So it's lucky thing we have brighter Jamaicans right now, to the point where regular blogger are bring more legitimate political information than the traditional media, including TVJ and the Gleaner. You know, get this quality information here from them. They know these things because in a for them same one old articles. But you have to understand that the same Tapanaris people them that Mark Golden has behind the scenes working for, they are the people who are behind the scenes. Matalan, remember say Matalan one Gleaner, RJR and all of them place there now. Because they are the ones who want the big government contract, so they control the political narratives. So sometimes it's not even about the negative that they have to say about the JLP. How many times positive things come out about JLP, but they decide not to bring that news because they don't want to highlight the good things that the JLP does. Remember, looking out the Gleaner traffic. You remember the other day when they bust the idiot manifesto? You understand me? Which is full of JLP ideas. Me never even touch it yet because I knew that's what was happening. Right? Look at Mark Golden, man. How long would you talk about you don't want JLP steal ideas yet? Less than 3 weeks before an election, you come with what you call a manifesto full of ideas what on a thief for the JLP. With all kind of things such as you want to bring in Caribbean Court of Justice, you want to remove the monarchy as head of states, no, you want to bring in this ID that include fingerprint and all that. That's what JLP is trying to accomplish. So the next thing with PNP is that even when they see good things happening under JLP, if they cannot get credit for it, they will not let it go through. Right, so I didn't plan to preach because there's a lot more. But I wanted to bring Troy's information to the nation. And we have a lot of different elements. I'm going to ask your family, please go ahead and, like the video, share the video. I believe I have one more message to play, and then I'm going to end the show, all right? So let's go ahead. A lot of information we're going to right now. You understand me? I believe this is the one I never played. Excuse me.
For those young people who didn't know, in the 70s and coming up, when you go out to Central Village, right at that Greendale crossing, somewhere there were so many factories. Up where there's a church, there was Berwick Battery, there was thermoplastic, there was so many factories in Central Village. And these people, they borrow loans to start up their little factories and producing all different kind of things. In St. Thomas, you have the Goodyear. We had a lot of good things going on in Jamaica. But then when the PNP came, and with the high interest rate, all these factories closed down. I remember when there was Free Zone, you have brassiere factory, gloves factory, t-shirt factory, all different kind of factories. When Free Zone over, all the taxi drivers, they had work. You had taxi driver that definitely carry people to work in the mornings, carry people home. And in Central Village where they had those factories, you have women who had their little cook shops, who used to cook lunch, and the people used to take lunch every day, and weekend or fortnight end, when they get paid, they would pay these people from the cook shop. I remember this lady that used to cook. She cooked the best rice and peas and chicken ever. And so many people used to buy her rice and peas and chicken. She didn't have hand to sell. In the free zone, you have people who go there to sell. And then because of that, because of the high interest rate, all these factories collapse. And then there was another time when they were redundanting everybody. Everybody got redundant. And that is why so many people end up selling on the road and so many taxi drivers. When the people got redundant, everybody started going to buy and sell. And then now you find that there were more seller than buyer. Right? So because of that now, people weren't earning. And you know, when you do buy and sell, it's lose and gain. So that is where the country went down. And when Mr. Seaga took up the country again, because he knew economic, he knew all these things. So what he did, he tried with the country again. And the dollars was stabilized and all of that. But because he know what he was doing. But because Jamaican people, they just go off emotions. I am a PNP, so I can't vote for Labour right. So they go off for the emotions and they vote without any common sense. So now, a lot of people is more educated now, more understanding. So I'm asking all the people who see that the country is going in a different direction, a better direction, please put the X beside the bell. Thank you.
Great message. Ordinary Jamaicans talking. I just see somebody talking a while ago. She said, I know a couple that dirted themselves during FINSAC. I saw some testimonies earlier on. People, parents, them lose them houses. Yeah, business going up in flame. You understand me? Somebody's saying I took out a loan with Central National Bank. The repayments were $8,000 per month. After FINSAC, the repayment went up to $20,000 per month. My business went bankrupt. I emailed Mr. Golden, PNP website, asked directly or indirectly if he indirectly or directly benefited from FINSAC. He never gave any response at all. So testimonies after testimonies. If you look at the video I did a year ago, there are a lot of horror stories. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking to do a compilation. I want to find a way to maybe have a reader or somebody just compile, information about FINSAC. If you were affected personally, you understand me? Put it in the comments in the FINSAC video that I uploaded today, or you can put it in this video, right? And I think I'm going to compile them, have somebody read it, put some kind of background thing to it or whatever, so people can hear, because people ought to know. You understand me? I said to you. But family, thank you so much for coming out. It was a late show. Again, I consider it very important to bring a message such as Troy's message. You understand me? It's very, very important that we know what we're voting for. The Jamaica Labour Party and the performance that they're doing. We don't even get to talk about the fact that the JLP, them not even focus on PNP, them just do them thing called the election. PNP think, saying all kind of things, looking for the JLP they want to rage bait the JLP, but the JLP is smarter than that. The JLP didn't fall for it. So I know I didn't read a lot of comments tonight, but thank you. I noticed a lot of people that decided to stay with the show. So I want to say thank you and big up to everybody for joining the show tonight. Again, we forward live and we talk. You understand me? For those, if you came in late, go and watch the FINSAC video. If you can't watch it, just like it. Just go in the videos, like it. When you like it, other people can see it. Let it go out. If you can share it, go ahead and share it. So, less than 3 weeks to election. You understand me? Everybody, please remain focused. And you understand me? Get ready to go out and vote. Make preparation ahead of time. If you have a plan A, make sure you have a plan B and you have a plan C. But make sure you go out and you vote. Thank you so much for joining, family. I really appreciate everybody's company. Thank you for your comments. You understand me? Gonna big up on yourself. Green up the chat right now. You understand me? Green up the chat right now. Put 1 p.m. or third term or something green. or the Jamaican flag right now. I see some people doing it right now. Thank you, family. Big up everybody that's watching the Steady Show tonight. Bless up. Family. Shower. Thank you so much. Big up to everybody. 1 p.m. Geneva, Donna, Rose, Utah, and everybody. You know, big up on yourself. Slicer, choose Jamaica. And that was right now. MDL, big up yourself same way. Choose Jamaica. Sandra Armstrong. Big up to everybody. Steady. Bless up on yourself. Yes, I. Heart of love, family. We'll talk soon. Steady.